Well, who needs the Champions League when you have the Championship? Nights under the lights, and they do not come much better than here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. And we have a bumper show this week on Blue Rising. The guests just keep coming. Will, we have Lee Buchanan with us in the studio.
Yes, James Beadle didn't warn him off. We've got another guest in the studio, and we've got my trip to Birmingham, Alabama. The work trip. Yeah, very tough gig. I'm excited for tonight. We're going into Tilton.
We're going to have a great time.
Should we get to the pod?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's
See you there. Good evening, Blues fans. Welcome to Blue Rising, your weekly look at all things Birmingham City. I'm Ellen Ellard.
And I'm Will Brazier. And look who's back. I've missed him so much. It's my best mate in the whole world, Tommy Mooney.
How are we doing, pal? Very well. How are you doing?
You missed me?
A little bit.
You missed Ellen more?
Yeah.
Okay, thought that would be the case.
He wasn't the same without you, Tommy. He was really, really missing you.
I can imagine he was missing me, yeah.
I've been crying. But also joining us is a man we're all eager to hear from. Please welcome Lee Buchanan. Lee, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
I have missed you as well. I don't need to feel left out as well. That's all good.
Lee, we're going to chat to you in just a couple of minutes' time. But first, let's look back at this week's news. So let's start with the Academy, where there is plenty to celebrate. Both the under-21s and the under-18s picking up wins this weekend.
Yes, and a quick mention for Tyrese Warmington, who's joined Redditch United on loan. Best of luck, Tyrese. Plus, the November Predictor prize is a big one this time round. 2 spaces in the dual hospitality suite. Get predicting now. Make sure you download the app. Yeah, lovely bit of hospitality in there. Special mention for children in need. This November, Pudgy's challenging BBC radio stations across the country to walk a total of 1,000 miles. Wait for it. Three-legged.
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 Wow, looking forward to seeing that. Yeah. Here's a bit of a mind-boggling one for you. Blues legend Jude Bellingham has become the fastest ever player to reach 50 appearances in the Champions League, surpassing the likes of Messi, Mbappe, Fabregas at just 22 years and 128 days. Yeah, not long till he's back in a blue shirt. That's in my opinion. Saturday's win over Portsmouth was extra special. Chris Davies' 50th victory in 75 games. The man is a football genius. Let's have a look at those highlights.
It's been a really bright start from Blues, as it needed to be back at St Andrews. Roberts now attacking down the right. Great skill, great footwork as he works his way into the penalty area. Was Judge caught? Yes, he was! Penalty! Well, already in the opening 5 minutes, Portsmouth have been unable to deal with the big German. On the sidelines, Marvin Dutch, but taking full advantage of the start at the beginning of this one. Jay Stansfield steps up. 2 from 2 from the spot so far this season. And he can't make it 3 from 3. It's denied by the Pompey goalkeeper, who dived down to his left-hand side. Bursic to deny Blues an ideal start within.
Just down to the keeper's left, just too central. He just read it.
We'll take this from the Blues' left-hand side. Gil Merrick end. Towards that back post, Roberts nods it back across the penalty area, and then Peck snaps it towards goal, and it's cleared away by a crowd of Pompey. In comes that corner kick, free header! And the breakthrough for Blues, Paik Sung-ho!
Hopefully Stanfield, starts the play quickly.
And here is Jay Stansfield in the penalty area. Jutkiewicz for 2. Can't make it 2. And Kyogo made to wait. And Doyle pumps it in right-footed, and it's in! Jutkiewicz at the near post with a decisive touch. And Blues have that all-important second goal at the start of the second period.
Oh, so
Cochrane, decent delivery, and Clara powers it in for 3. Well, the big Austrian threw himself at that. Of him, Portsmouth bodies back. One of them is Keshi Anderson, out of his feet to strike, deflected it in for 4. Well, in the week, Chris Davies said that this Birmingham side were not too far away from a complete performance in the Champions.
So 2 brilliant results this week, but let's start, of course, as we just reflected on, with the highlights from the 4-0 victory over Pompey. And how sweet did that feel? Goals from Pek Sung-ho, Tomoki Iwata, Christoph Clara, and as we all like to call him now, Messi Anderson. Great to see him back performing to the highest level on the pitch. Best attacking performance of the season. You have to say plenty to smile about, Will.
Yeah, Lee, I could go on for days speaking about it, but what did you make of it? You were there.
Yeah, it was really good. I think it's been coming, to be fair. We've been sort of lacking that final third sort of touch, but I think you've seen in the last 2 games that it's starting to come together.
Tommy, what did you think of it? On your
Goals from set pieces have arrived, haven't
yes.
they? Everybody talking about that. Yeah, another fabulous result and a really good performance. Moving the ball so quickly and creating chances like that set up a good couple of days, didn't it?
Fantastic.
Plenty of momentum, which of course we saw going into the game against Millwall, which we'll talk about later on the show. But talking about momentum, Lee, how is the recovery going with your knee? Because you're quite far in now.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. I'm 10 months in now, so yeah, it's been quite a while since I had my surgery and since the injury happened, but I've been back out on the grass. I was outside for about 6 weeks and then had a little niggle in my calf, so I should be back out a week on Monday. But when I'm outside and in the gym, I feel good.
How's your relationship with the physios? Because they become your best mates, don't they?
They do, yeah. I'm sure they get sick of me sometimes, moaning sometimes about little niggles I've got and little issues with my knee, but they've been really good. Kieran, mine and Scott's physio, he's been really good with us, sort of understands that sometimes you're not going to be in the best mood. And he did Alfie Chang's physio previously, so he knows what he's doing. He's been really good with us.
I think that relationship between the physio is often something that you don't want to build up, but you have to, don't you, when you're with him for such a long period of time.
Yeah, that's it. You sort of become mates in a way, because you spend more or less every day together. So yeah, it's been good.
So everybody's happy with how the surgery went. Everything is healed and on target.
Yeah, on target. Hopefully for a return in January. All going well. There's still a few bits in the gym that like scores and tests that I need to improve on and hit, but that'll slowly come with time outside and getting back strong and fit.
My son's just done exactly the same injury as you, and he's at the front end of it, just waiting for the surgery. So I know what it's like. Mental test, isn't it? The longest I missed, I have to admit, was 7.5 months with a dislocated kneecap. But how are you managing mentally to get to the end of it and get back into that training mode?
I think mentally it was probably tough for the first 8 to 10 weeks because I was struggling to get. I was getting 60 degrees flexion in my knee, so it's not a lot after 10 weeks. So I had to have a manipulation under general anaesthetic. So yeah, it was quite difficult them first 10 weeks, not being able to walk and always being in pain. But after that, I've found it quite good. Well, obviously not good, but I found it easier than I did the first 10 weeks. Being able to walk normally again, do lift weights in the gym, be on the bike. So yeah, now I'm back outside. It feels like I'm getting a lot closer.
Do you feel like you're having to hold yourself back? Because as you get closer to the end, it's almost like you want to do everything today, don't you? It's difficult.
Yeah, when I was back on the grass, I was always pushing the physio to do a little bit more, but I understand there's a fine line with what you can and can't do, and how the knee will react. So I keep pushing, but we'll see what happens.
Talk us through your journey to Blues. Started out at Derby before a trip over to Germany. How did you find those experiences?
Yeah, good. Obviously, I came through at Derby from under 14s, I think it was, and then moved to Germany for a year, which was a good experience.
How did that come about? How did you get from Derby to Germany?
I think it was when I played for England. They had scouts at the game there. So when the opportunity came about, I thought it was one that I couldn't turn down. Different country, good experience, a big league as well. So yeah, it was good. And then obviously Birmingham came calling, and you know, it was a pretty easy decision for me to come here.
Didn't you have 1 year with the Duck as well?
I did, yes.
What was that like?
Very good.
On and off the pitch?
Very good.
Very good. Because we're starting to see it, I mean, especially the last 2 games, very silky touches up top. Have we still got more to see from him, do you think?
I think so, yeah. I was saying to the lads, obviously he's had a few issues with his calf, but I was saying to the lads, when he does play, he's gonna, you know, he'll make a big difference. Such an intelligent player and technically very good, so yeah, he's seen some good bits, but I think there's a lot more to come. Did
he reach out to you when he sort of knew that the deal was sort of in the offing?
No, I did actually message him, but he's changed his phone number, so...
Oh!
Yeah.
That's nice of him, isn't it?
But yeah, we were quite close in Germany, so yeah.
Thanks for that, Lee. Honestly, really great to hear from you, and thank you for being so honest with us. Really appreciate that.
No worries, thank you.
Yeah, hopefully see you back out on the pitch soon. And talking of the action on the pitch, let's take a look back at, well, what a performance it was Tuesday night against Millwall under the lights at St Andrews at Knighthead Park.
Neumann picks out Dux, and Dux on for Roberts. Roberts one-on-one with Cooper, not where he wants to be. Roberts into the penalty area. It comes all the way for Peck through the crowd.
Wow.
And Peck, just as he did on Saturday, fires in the opener for Blues. His manager has been calling for more goal involvements from his South Korean. Mitchell can flick it back to Cooper, who can square it to Kramer. Loose touch from Harding, picked up by Stansfield, inside Millwall territory. Marvin Dux shouts to double the lead before half-time. Stansfield pulls it back to Gray. It was a nightmare to deal with in that first half for Millwall. Down the right-hand side he comes again. Uwacha's cross into the penalty area. Away by Harding. Only as far as Cochrane! Oh, what a hit from Alex Cochrane! What a goal from the Blues left-back! Well, he had a supporting role at the weekend. He takes centre stage at the start of the second half with a pile driver from the edge of the box. And it's a goal that gives Blues breathing room at the start of the second period. We lead Millwall by 3-0. Pick that out.
3-0, 3 minutes into the second half. Blues have just been brilliant at this today in terms of just, you know, spraying the ball wide, giving it to Roberts. You know, we're creating space from runs off. Again, it's a really decent ball back into the box. And we're just so good at picking up seconds, and what a strike.
Doyle first to it again. He's been unplayable tonight. And this is Patrick Roberts. And Roberts tees up Anderson. Cute ball into Stansfield, looking to barrel his way through. And Stano on the score sheet, 2 out of 4.
Oh, it's great to watch that back, isn't it? What a performance, what a night. Nights under the lights at St Andrews. You do not get much better. I've still got the tattoo, the scarf. We had excellent views of the last 2 goals in particular. But 2 games, 8 goals, perfect at the back, complete performance. Tommy, what did you make of it?
I would actually go as far to say that that could be the best performance under Chris Davies.
Ooh.
Wow.
I genuinely thought, defensively, looked really safe. The combination of Doyle and Paik in the middle of the pitch, and then the front 4 were outstanding. The goals, technically, those goals were excellent throughout and created other opportunities to score. I genuinely think it was the best performance.
Big thing for me in the last, especially the last 2 games, is very easy to say because we scored 8 goals, but the Duck being in there, especially for Stano, because I think last year he had Williamson up there, just gives him that little bit of freedom, doesn't it? And some of the touches of Deutsch as well have been amazing. But do you think we've sort of settling on this 11? Because obviously it's been chop and change for a few different reasons, but do you think we're getting there for a best 11?
I think the beauty of having the squad that we've got is you can move parts in the team and it doesn't diminish the standard of football. And that's the key to it for me. So, you know, it's a big tick for the recruitment department, whoever comes in. But the way that Marvin drops deep, he'll hold the ball up. The link play for the second goal was stunning. And also for Jay to pull the ball back instead of firing a shot, which I would have done. Selfish strikers union.
Very selfish, actually.
But I wouldn't get in this team. because their movement and their desire to work for each other, win the ball back high up the pitch, I thought they were excellent.
We're also speaking about the 8 goals, but it's been 2 clean sheets as well since Phil's come in as well. It's 3 of those, only 1 goal conceded. Do you feel we speak about Clara and Phil, but that back 4 and with Beadle as well, sort of building that partnership?
Yeah, again, and the quality of delivery from Cochrane on set pieces and balls into the box. But defensively, he's solid too. And yes, that centre-back relationship has been excellent. Blocks, saves, tackles, interceptions. You've ticked every box in the last 2 games.
The women were also in action this weekend, a huge clash against Charlton, and rather than just sitting and reflecting on the score, we'll look at what was a really special event, with it being the club's Diwali-themed game. Yeah,
it was a celebration off the pitch of football, culture and community, and shining a light on the Birmingham South Asian heritage.
From food to dance to colours, it really was a festival atmosphere. Let's take a look back at the day.
Amazing scenes, that's what makes this club so special.
Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. Not the result, but the atmosphere off the pitch must be so special for the players.
Yeah, I think football's always better when everybody's together, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So Blues still second in the table, unbeaten Charlton was always going to be a big test. Lots can change in the WSL2 and a very exciting season. 2 teams going up automatically, and then third in the WSL2 playing off against 12th and bottom in the WSL. So plenty of opportunities for promotion this season, and Blues still up there and well amongst it. Next up though, a powerful piece on remembrance. Tommy and Juki have been uncovering the story of former Blue Tom Farage.
Yes, it's an emotional journey that connects the club's past and present. Here's a preview.
So Malcolm, you've got Juki and I here today at the National Memorial Arboretum. What have you got to tell us?
So Tommy signed for Blues in 1936 and played a few friendlies originally. He played against Celtic and the press raved about him. He made his debut the day after he signed in the Staffordshire Cup against Walsall. And I think we won 6-1 and he scored 4 of the goals.
Really?
So thinking there's some player here. So...
And what position did he come as?
He was a left winger.
Right.
In fact, when we go back to 1939, that was the first season of people wearing numbers.
Yeah.
And he scored the first goal for the club by anybody wearing number 11.
Number 11, yeah, that was classic left winger. Yeah.
So when the war came, he joined the Royal Artillery He was based in Kent, and for some reason, we think it might have been the German bombers going back to Germany, dropping the spare bombs. They were getting a lot of flak suddenly, so he and his mates thought, we need to move from here. So Tommy left the artillery, didn't like them being shelled in Kent, looked at other things available, and one was the Paras. And they liked the idea. It was going to be training in the countryside. They got more food, better food, and they had longer holidays. So they trained at Manchester at RAF Ringway, got through the training part of it, and they thought they were going to D-Day, then they just weren't. I don't think they were told why they weren't, they just didn't go. So within 2 months there was Operation Market Garden, which was the one to go to Arnhem, which was to get the bridgehead into Germany. So they trained for that, they were told what was going to happen, and they were simply told that it'll be quite straightforward because the Germans aren't expecting us to be here. If there are troops there, there'll be a Dad's Army type force, and all the crack troops are nowhere near, and there'll be a British force, they'll be about 2 days away before you go, so they were there to meet you. So when they jumped, the force was still 2 or 3 days away. They'd been held up by the German troops, and they found that the Dad's Army were crack soldiers. So we had 12,000 Paras jumped, and they get to the ground and there's no support, so they're in a mess straight away. So for about 4 days they're just coping with the fire. And in Tommy's troop with the 10th Battalion, there's a guy who's one of his friends who's the radio operator. So he's putting up his aerial and he gets shot in the arm. So he's taken away. He comes back about a day later and he finds the majority of them aren't there, and they're dead. So about 3/4 of the 10th Battalion have been killed in this one massive attack. They were killed with such force that rather than try and bury them as in this is such and such soldier, it was a mass grave. So they're buried somewhere southwest of Arnhem in a mass grave. They never actually got to get to the bridge.
Well, a really moving story, Tommy. How was the experience for you?
Really interesting, emotional for Juki and I. And the information that Malcolm gave us there as we walked around the National Memorial Arboretum in Burton, something that you don't really reflect on, but it just shows you what this football club is like, respecting one of its previous players that gave his life. And it wasn't, I have to say, it was a very emotional day.
And you've also been to the Netherlands recently as well, retracing some of Tom's steps.
Yeah, we did. Everything that Malcolm told us about, we visited. We probably made 8 or 10 pit stops at various different parts of the mission, culminating in Market Garden and the bridge, which was the mission that sadly Tom never made it to. So yes, we went over there to pay our respects and see Tom's name on the memorial wall.
It's an amazing feature. Make sure you don't miss it. It's live Tuesday, the 11th of November.
And now, the one that we've all been waiting for, from Birmingham to Birmingham, and Will, your trip to Alabama.
Yeah, an incredible experience. I'd like to make sure everyone knows it was a work trip and it was very tough, but it was fantastic from start to finish. The culture, the food, the drink, and the college football, the soccer. Here's a little preview of it. Good morning. Today is the day a very special trip is upon me. I'm off to Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama. And we're starting in style. We're flying in style. If I get used to this, there's trouble. But let's make the most of it. Off to the airport. And wow, I was living like a king in Delta 1. My chair turned into a bed. I got nice and cosy, hooking up to the free Wi-Fi, TV shows, movies at my fingertips, where we landed in Atlanta and then hopped over to Birmingham, Alabama, where the good times, they kept on rolling. The people were exceptional and the food that they were cooking up was delightful. It was divine from breakfast till noon. I had barbecue. I even had a blue cheese martini, which sounds odd, but it was delightful. Nearly as delightful as this steak. Probably the best I've ever had. Moving on to some Italian, but the main thing I needed to do was get me haircut, get the trimming for the big college game.
So what all y'all got planned for the weekend?
So we're going to the game tomorrow.
Nice. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you go to the game much, or are you an Alabama fan?
I'm actually a Tennessee fan.
Oh, are you?
Yep. Ironically enough, being in Alabama.
So you hate Alabama?
I don't necessarily hate them. I just got tired of hearing Roll Tide growing up all the time.
Yeah, right. No, I've been saying that quite a lot actually. So, thank you, mate.
Yeah, dude. It's great to meet you.
I'll be cheering for Alabama.
I heard that.
I'll be thinking of you, secretly rooting for Tennessee a little bit.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
There he is.
How you doing?
You okay?
All good, mate. All good. Back here.
You got to you got to give a shout out to Birmingham, Alabama.
How we doing, Birmingham, Alabama?
No. When you're on the commentary, you prat.
Roberts wants to cut it on that left foot, will cut it on that left foot, and then Roberts will slide in Peck, left-hand side of the box, Peck from the angle, Stansfield fires it up!
Will Brazier and I played golf with him on Tuesday this week, and he said how much he was looking forward to the game. And now Will Brazier's in Alabama, Birmingham. I'm sure the Blue supporters over there will be loving that goal from Stano.
We got up to watch Birmingham City versus Hull. That was probably about as good as it got, but we're going to have a great day today. We are off to our very first ever college game, Alabama versus Tennessee. It's basically Blues Villa in America, sun shining, but the temperature rising between the fans. We're going to our first ever college game today.
All right.
So what should we expect?
Loud atmosphere, a lot of drunk college students.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you sing in the stadium?
Dixieland Delight.
How does that go?
Spend my dollar on beer, parked in a holler neath the mountain moonlight. Roll Tide, hold her up tight against the wall, make a little lovin' all night, little turn of lovin' on the Mason. Dixieland Delight. That's how it goes.
Right, I'll learn that by the time we get to stadium.
Yeah, you guys are going to enjoy this. Your first game?
First college game.
Oh my gosh, it's magical, man. There's no experience of it like it.
Thank you, mate. Southern hospitality has been absolutely unbelievable, and just met the most amazing people, and that has been one of the most defining things of this trip. The people that we've met. You can go to New York, you can go to LA, and you can have those all experiences, but coming to Alabama and meeting the people that we've met has been the most unique aspect of this trip. We're just walking into the college stadium, and as I say over here, Roll Tide. Minutes to an hour, the most unbelievable experience of my life. You see it on the telly, you see it in films. It's a pinch yourself moment to be in a stadium to watch a college game, supporting Alabama. They've been amazing, and we're hoping for a lot more in the second half. Roll Tide. Well, we have finally made it. 5 years ago, I saw it on Twitter, and now we are here live at the Legion. We have had interactions with them in the past. They've sung some songs about the Villa that I absolutely love, but to be in Birmingham, Alabama, to hammer down at Birmingham Legion, final home league game of the season, it's going to be a beauty. What a time we have had from the amazing people at Delta, giving us that Delta One experience. Prim, proper. That's a bit of me going forward. I don't know how I'm going to go back to my normal civilian life, and Birmingham, Alabama has been absolutely unbelievable. The main thing is the people. Southern hospitality is a thing that you hear about, but we've experienced it from start to finish, from tailgating, college games, being here at Birmingham Legion, meeting wonderful people that have given us memories for a lifetime. But you've got to get yourself here. Visit Birmingham, Alabama, because you'll have one of the most unique, authentic experiences of your entire life. And I can attest for that. Now, let's get to the bar.
Well, I'm very jealous, Will. What a trip that was.
Yeah, I'd just like to say a massive thanks to Delta and Visit Birmingham for a trip of a lifetime. It was just unbelievable from start to finish.
We're very jealous, aren't we, Tommy?
Did you prep me off?
Huh?
Did you prep me off in that
yourself
meeting?
off, mate. All right, let's be
you've
very
gone,
clear.
You've gone
I'm
first
staying
class
out of this.
Delta. I went to Amsterdam with Juki, club legend.
Yeah.
EasyJet, row 30.
Yeah.
And you've gone first class.
Look, it was a work trip. Some people have got to do the tough yards, and I know what you're saying. You're very glad that I went and did it.
Right, we'll end it there, break these two up. What a show it has been. Thank you to everyone, of course, who took part, from recovery to remembrance to a look at the blue spirit worldwide. It really had it all.
Yeah, massive thanks to Tommy, as much as that pains me to say. Also, huge thanks to Lee Buchanan for being so honest and open with us.
And we will be back after the international break ahead of our 150th anniversary game.
And until then, keep right on. Yes, well done.
Get
That
in.
was good.